So John Boyega yet again put Disney on full blast over Disney Star Wars, and I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. And you know what? I gotta say, he definitely knew how to lay the throwdown on Disney. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, John Boyega, he in the past, ever since Disney Star Wars has ended, he has been on full fire towards them. It has been absolutely glorious to see him come out against Disney Star Wars and just state how bad they were. Because if there's one thing I think that many fans could state about John Boyega's character Finn, is that Finn had a lot of potential. And then what did they do? They just threw him straight under the bus. I mean, just completely threw him under it, treated his character completely unfair. And I mean, the thing is that they marketed him as to be one of these big characters, like one of the main characters, if not like a co-main character. You know what I mean? And then, of course, his potential got completely shafted. And he was really being set up to be an important and vital character to the sequel trilogy just by their advertising. And then, of course, what did Disney do? They took Finn and they were just like, oh, well, we're just going to push you down this cliff. And, they just pushed him off the cliff, and the potential that his character had just plummeted to nothing. It's just sad. He basically just became a sidekick by the time The Rise of Skywalker came in. Absolute awful treatment of the character, in my opinion. And so when John Boyega came out with his statements, which we're going to take a look at those in a moment, I did love this statement. John Boyega calls out Disney for the way they treated him as a black actor and character. Disney, 5 minutes later, hey, look, Baby Yoda. And then as you can see, this is the day, new episode streaming October 30th on Disney Plus. Hashtag The Mandalorian. Yeah, professional way to take care of that, Disney. Of course, they're going to deflect because here's the thing. Disney, like many other companies, they say that, oh, we're progressive. We stand for diversity. No, they don't. They don't stand for anything they say they support. If they really had, they would have cared about the characters. They would have written them all well. And the sequel trilogy would have actually been way better than it is because it is trash. I think people, for the most part, can agree it is absolute trash. And had they also stood for diversity, then of course that, same couple scene, kiss, right? That wouldn't have been edited out anywhere. They say they stand for it, but, well, what do you have here, Disney? Well, what's this? I mean, seriously. They put that part of the movie, like that scene where that happened, so far back in, like, the near corner that you would hardly be able to see it. Like, it's just for a mere second. You wouldn't hardly be able to notice this. And then, of course, they censored that. I mean, like, yeah, so much for standing for what you say you do, Disney. And so, of course, we also can't forget where Disney also censored their China poster for the Force Awakens, right? Which, of course, they shrunk down John Boyega's character in the poster and practically made him just completely unnoticeable almost. I mean, like, it goes to show that they did that because of China, So they bent the knee to China to censor this. It's absolutely ridiculous. So over at Disney, Star Wars is dumb. Shout out to Ichibaka because Ichibaka had a excellent article on this talking about what John Boyega stated in the GQ article, and John Boyega puts Disney on full blast with his statements. I mean, this was excellent, and I have to applaud John Boyega for what he said because he did an excellent job. So, taking a look at this, this is what John Boyega stated. In the continued afterglow of that first franchise defibrillating Star Wars film, he continued to notice a stylist he'd hired when he first started doing press cringing at certain clothes I wanted to go for. The hairdresser, who had no experience of working with hair like his, but still had the guts to pretend, and he decided he could no longer grin and bear it like a grateful competition winner. During the press of The Force Awakens, I went along with it, he notes, and obviously at the time I was very genuinely happy to be part of it. But my dad always tells me one thing: don't overpay with respect. You can pay respect, but sometimes you'll be overpaying and selling yourself short. His dad's got some very wise words there. I will give his father very good credit on that one because those are some very, very wise words. And, when you look at it, especially with the way that Finn was treated as a character. I mean, he's one that many people, myself included, think that he just had his character completely shafted. That he had such a potential chance to be a great character. I mean, he could have been the one that could have been the Jedi, could have been training with the Luke Skywalker that we used to know, not this new Jake Skywalker crap from The Last Jedi. I mean, we could have seen an excellent training session. Him become an actual Jedi. I mean, there was so much potential. There really was. And then, of course, well, yeah, Roundhead Ruin Johnson came and just completely shafted that also. God, The Last Jedi is such a train wreck. I hate that film with a passion. It's so difficult to maneuver, he says, exhaling deeply, visibly calibrating the level of professional diplomacy to display. You get yourself involved in projects and you're not necessarily going to like everything. But what I would say to Disney is do not bring out a black character, market them to be much more important in the franchise than they are, and then have them pushed to the side. And see, John Boyega is exactly right here, because that's what Disney did. They marketed Finn as a character that was going to be such a big important character, and then they just basically used him as a prop. I mean, that's basically what they did to him, and that's a shame. They shouldn't have done that. That's a real shame when you think about it. It's not good. I'll say it straight up. He is talking about himself here, about the character of Finn, the former stormtrooper who wielded a lightsaber in the first film before being somewhat nudged to the periphery. But he is also talking about other people of color in the cast. Naomi Ackie and Kelly Marie Tran, and even Oscar Isaac, a brother from Guatemala, who he feels suffered the same treatment. He is acknowledging that some people will say he's crazy or making it up, but the recorded character hierarchy of The Last Jedi was particularly hard to take. And see, here's the thing. Big thing to note, you can't blame Kelly Marie Tran for Rose Tico's character. She was just the actress who played the role. If you want to blame anyone, it's Roundhead Ruin Johnson's fault, because she was written so badly. And when you think about Naomi Ackie, right? Her character? Well, big thing about her character was the fact that she, which you don't even know this in The Rise of Skywalker, but the thing about her character is that she's actually the long-lost daughter of Lando Calrissian, but you wouldn't have known that unless you bought the DLC, which is a $10 book, having to try to fix plot holes within the movie. So you had to literally buy DLC, basically, to figure this out, which the movie itself should have been able to explain. And then what do? They treated her character as if she was nothing more than a prop as well. I mean, seriously, that's what they did to all these characters. Oscar Isaac could have, had a lot of potential as well. He was supposed to be like the current generation Han Solo. He got shafted as well. I mean, seriously, these characters, they could have been very important, and they just weren't. Think of it as that Disney themselves, what do they care about? Well, they care about the checkboxes. It's not about diversity. It's not telling a good, important story at all. It's not about developing characters. It's not about any of that to them. None of it. And they basically tried to market in all their advertisements that characters like Finn or, Rose Tico, Oscar Isaac, all these characters, right, that they were supposed to be important in some way, and then they just used them as props. But what this goes to show is the hypocrisy of Disney. That's what it goes to show. Like you guys knew what to do with Daisy Ridley, you knew what to do with Adam Driver, he says, you knew what to do with these other people, but when it came to Kelly Marie Tran, when it came to John Boyega, you know F all. So what do you want me to say? What they want you to say is, I enjoyed being part of it. It was a great experience. Nah. I'll take that deal when it's a great experience. Oh, he slammed him hard. They gave all the nuance to Adam Driver, all the nuance to Daisy Ridley. Let's be honest, Daisy knows this, Adam knows this, everybody knows. I'm not exposing anything. Man, he laid it into them. And he's right about one thing. If there's anything Disney wants, Disney wants you to say only positive things. They don't want anything negative. They want it to always be happy, sunshine. They don't want negativity. They don't. And that's the big thing, under that NDA agreement that they probably had everybody under, which I bet they did. Wouldn't be surprising. They were all having to say nice things or defend the films or whatever. And that's why you're seeing John Boyega come out against Disney now. Because, all that's over with. And, he's telling it how it is. And I got to give him credit for that. And, it goes to show the hypocrisy of Disney, but also Disney has tainted Star Wars, a beloved brand that many held dear to themselves, a series that people loved. And now it's damaged goods. And that's all because of Disney. The sequel trilogy has damaged Star Wars. And, here's the big thing is that when you look at it, this is going to be a repercussion that Disney is going to have to deal with for years, and they're going to continue to do damage control over this for probably many more years to come, if I had to say. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you were new here, and make sure you were still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels. So make sure you were still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like, and also be sure to share the video on social media. Spread the word and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you up to date on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the near future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today. And remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you. And have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.